This is Dr. Vaishali and I'm reading from the book Structure, book written by Dr. Rajan Shankaran. Today's element is nitrogen. Property of nitrogen. Nitrogen is colorless, odorless, tasteless, non-toxic gas. It can be condensed into the colorless liquid, which can in turn be compressed into the colorless crystalline solid. Liquid nitrogen has a lower boiling point than the liquid oxygen. Liquid nitrogen is frequently used in the field of cryogenics. Nitrogen combined with other elements only at very high temperature or the pressure. Under this condition, nitrogen is very active, combining with the alkali metals to form azides and with the vapor of zinc, mercury, cadmium and arsenic to form a nitrides and with the many hydrocarbons to form a hydrocyanic acid and cyanides, also known as nitrites. As a part of compound, nitrogen takes part in many reactions. Ceramic materials become superconductive at the boiling point of nitrogen, so nitrogen is increasingly used as a coolant. Nitrate, nitrated organic compounds such as nitroglycerin and trinitrotoluenes are often explosive. Now, understanding of the nitrogen. In nitrogen, the baby is still bound to the mother and now has to be released. It is the stage of labor where the baby is making its way out of the womb. It is in the passage, but there could be several problems like the cord could be around the neck or the cervical os could be too much narrow. So they experience a lot of distress and claustrophobia to come out. Once they are out, they feel very free. This we can see in patients as an attachment to the mother figure which gets too claustrophobic and means bound and they must be released to be free like gas. I don't want to be bound. I want to be released and free. Nothing should bind me. This I understood from the following symptom. Rubrics in the nitric acids are head pain, band bound as if, which is mentioned in the complete repertory. Second, pain, labor-like pelvic content would issue through the vulva as if, that is mentioned in complete repertory too. Now, nitrates, certain nitrates contain oxygen as well as nitrogen. So, will both the quality like bound and suffocated and released and free. This is the best representations of the claustrophobia feeling. This can be understood from case of gynecologist with the sinusitis and asthma. He sat down in front of me with his wife on the side. He spoke too quickly that he was not breathing at all. And I was thinking, if he takes a breath, I will stop him, but I could not observe that he took any breath. He spoke like this for 35 minutes without a break. Luckily, the phone rang and my life was saved. I show the video at a lecture and after 6 minutes, people started asking to stop it because they were very breathless. I felt chest pain and suffocation, he said, and he received argentinum nitricum with the feeling of acute panic and crisis in time of performance, anticipation before surgery, feeling of claustrophobia, words in closed space and wanting to get out. This is the feeling of nitrates and wanting to release is the main feeling. Now comparison with carbon and nitrogen, what you can say? In carbon is on the way out. On the way out, while nitrogen is also on the way out but feels trapped in the passage, claustrophobic and want to get out. Expert from the nitrogen cases, case of 29-year-old woman first seen in the 26 February 2007. She came with a complaint of irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, claustrophobia, panic attacks, anxiety. The anxiety was worse in the crowded and noisy places. She felt worse in the dark. She had a history of 2 episodes of fainting during school assembly when it was too noisy. She would have a total blackout and collapse. She feels worse in the movie theater, especially if she sits in the center seats. When it is completely dark, then she feels like she has to navigate out and break free. She used a hand gesture at this point in the case, like enclosed in a tiny chamber and cannot breathe and suffocated. Push everyone apart, need my space, feel suffocated, don't like people entering my space, can't bear if husband hugs me. She pushes him out of his of she pushes him out of her space. She needs space. She cannot watch bomb blast. She described being in a dark and noisy place with too many people and feeling like I am being closed in on and want to break free. Doctor asked, "What do you mean by closed in on?" And she said, "Constraint, no room. You are being restricted, no space, lack of oxygen, lack of air, and I want to get out as if it is all closing in on you. It comes in so fast, takes all over you. Just want to break free, like a feet into something more and more, and there is no space. There is no room. Before I escalate, I want to be out, break into the panic." Like in a chain, feel very uneasy, anxiety, I can't breathe and mouth become very dry, feel very restless. Ever going to rock concert, too much noisy, boom boom, a fear of passing out, that is a very claustrophobic feeling. Anxiety while sleeping, wake up and check if son is breathing or not, feel restless, keep turning around. With husband, we share our own space. We are very independent. We all let me do what I want to, and I do the same. Feels very liberating, very free, not suffocating, like caged and trapped, closing in, restricted and chained. Space, like a protective barrier around, which is invisible. My own foot of the space. Everybody has an aura. My space feels peace, no hyperventilating. Symptom in IBS are abdominal cramps, either have a diarrhea or throw up, feels very tight. I want to release it out from my body. Pressurize as if I can. Second, want to eject, dispel, just get it out. Feel like being bottled up, like a volcano wanting to erupt but can't. Feel very restless, very tight, like a ball, either come up or get out. Don't like watching violence and movies showing child abuse and movies with the riots like the movies Parzania. This is Indian movies where a child is lost in the riots. People are killing small children, slashing them. Cruel people, helpless kids cannot defend them. Violence, atrocities, torture that I can't see. Now, cleanliness freak, borderline OCD is there, and want everything organized and in a place. And remedy was given nitrogen 1 m 1 dose. And after the first dose of the remedy, she showed drastic improvement in her anxiety, claustrophobia, and her physical symptom. This is all about nitrogen.